The rules of mathematical logic specifies the method of reasoning mathematical statements. So what is this OR operator? The OR operation of two propositions A and B in conjunction statement. If any of the one statement is false, so the condition also false. A is true, so negation of this A is false. When A is false, the negation is true. Except this first condition is true and the second condition is false, the statement is false. Hello my dear students, welcome back to my new session. I am Shweta, Computer Science Faculty, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Mysuru. In my today's session, I will discuss the second unit on discrete transformation. This is my first session in unit 2. Let's get started. In second unit, you have to study the fundamental of logic. What is logic? Logic is the science of thinking correctly. The rules of mathematical logic specifies the method of reasoning mathematical statements. So logic is the science of thinking correctly and the foundation of the logic is called as statement. So now first I will give the introduction about the logic. Logical reasoning provides the theoretical base for many areas of mathematics and consequently computer science. So logic means it's a thinking. And the propositional logic. So what is this propositional logic? So propositional is called as statements. Propositional logic concerned with a statements to which the truth values. We have two truth values, that is true or false. So propositional logic is a statement and which consists of truth values called true and false can be assigned. The purpose is to analyze these statements either individually or in a composite manner. So propositional means it's a statement of logic. So proposition is a collection of declarative statements that has either a truth value true or a truth value false. So we have two possibilities in statements, either it is true or it is a false statement. And a propositional consists of propositional variables and connectives. In propositional statements, we have variables and connectives also. Variables and connectives. So what is this connectives? So next I will tell you about the connectives. And the propositional variable is denoted by capital letters A, B, C, D, etc. The connectives connect the propositional variables. So all the variables are connected by this connectives. And 12 plus 9 is equal to 3 minus 2. It returns truth value false, right? So here we have two statements. Milk is white. So it is a true statement. And 12 plus 9 is equal to 3 minus 2. So is it equal? So 12 plus 9 is 21 and 3 minus 2 is 1. So 21 is not equal to 1, right? So it is not a true statement. It's a false statement. So propositional means it's a statement whether it is a true condition or it is a false condition. Clear? And the following is not a proposition. Example for not proposition statement. So A is less than 2. The statement is true or not. We have to find the statement is true or not. Unless we have not given the value of A, how would you consider A is less than 2? We cannot say whether the statement is true or false. So it is not a proposition. Clear? So it is not a proposition, but we can call this is a proposition, whether it is true or false. The statement is either true or false is called as proposition. So proposition is a collection of declarative statements that has either a truth value true or false. That is called as propositional logic. Very important question for 2 marks. What is proposition? Give an example. So you can write this example. You can write any other examples for this proposition. And example, the following statements are all propositions. So proposition means it should be a statement. So here Jawaharlal Nehru is the first Prime Minister of India. Is it true or false? So it is a statement, whether it is a true or false. It should be a statement. And it rained yesterday. So it rains yesterday means it's a statement. It's true or not, I don't know, but it's a statement. It rained yesterday. So it's a statement. And if x is an integer, then x square is a positive integer. So it is a statement whether it is true or false. This is an example for propositions. And next we'll see the not proposition statement. The following statements are not propositions. So not propositions means please report at 11 a.m. sharp. So is this statement? It's not a statement, it's a command. Please report at 11 a.m. sharp. Right? So proposition is a normal question. Proposition is a normal question. Excluding that, all question statement and command statement and exclamatory statement. So all are normal question. So proposition means is a normal question. So now it is not a statement, it is a command. And what is your name? It is not a statement. And x square is equal to 13. So we don't have any other value for the x. So it is not a proposition. So these are the examples for not propositions. And next we have simple proposition. So what is this simple proposition? If it cannot be broken into two or more statements, we can call it as it's a simple proposition. So simple statement means it cannot be broken into two or more statements. Example for simple proposition is today is Sunday. So I'm giving one statement, that's it. So this today is Sunday statement cannot be broken into two or more statements. So this is called as simple proposition. And the next one we have compound proposition. So what is this compound proposition? Statements or propositional variables can be combined by means of logical connectives. So what is this logical connectives? So if a statement contains a logical connective means operators. So statements can be combined by means of logical connectives, then we can call it as it is a compound proposition. So to form a single statement, two statements are combined with logical connectives, operators. Example, we have different operators in binary number system, right? And operator, or operator, and not operator. If statement can be combined by means of logical connectives, then we can call it as it's a single statement. So compound proposition means to form a single statement, the statement can be combined by means of logical connectives. Logical connective means it's a operators. So that is called as compound statements. We have 5 logical connectives. They are and, not, or, implies, or, if, then, if and only if. Very important concept for mathematical logic. Please understand the concept properly. So compound proposition means to form a single statement we have logical connectives. So which are the logical connectives we have in a logic statement? So we have not connective, not operator, and, or, implies, or, if, then, and, if and only if. So these are the connective. To form a single statement, we have some different logical operators. So these are the symbol. So not operator is represented by this symbol. Not symbol is represented by this operator. And next one we have and operator. So this is a symbol for representing and operator. And V is a symbol for representing or operator. And implies. So this is a symbol for representing if and then. If then, that is implication. And lastly we have if and only if. So this is a symbol for representing if and only if. So you can use this double lines for this. You can use this double lines. So this is implies and this is if and only if. So these are the main logical connectives we have to use in a problems. Clear? So what is this not connective? Let's understand with an example. So logical connectives, the word which combine simple statements to form compound statement is called as logical connectives. So we have different logical connectives. Already I have discussed or, and, negation, implication, if and only if, and or. So now let's understand about truth values. For every proposition we have a truth values. So either it is a true or it is a false condition. So for every proposition we have a truth values. So truth value is a label that is given to a statement that denotes the relation of the statement to truth. So we have truth values for every propositions, that is called as truth values. So truth value is a label that is given to a statement. It is 2 marks question. What is truth values? Give an example. And so first logical connectives are OR operator. So OR is called as disjunction. Here we have to use disjunction instead of using OR operator. We have to use the disjunction in mathematical logic. So OR statement, OR operator is called as disjunction statement. So what is this OR operator? The OR operation of two propositions A and B written as A or B. So this is a symbol for representing OR operator, or it's also called as disjunction operator. So A disjunction B. So simply we can call it as A disjunction B and P disjunction Q. So OR operation statement is true if at least any one of the propositional variable A and B is true. So any of the variable value is true. So it is a true condition. That means at least any of the propositional variable. So at least any of the propositional variable is true. So condition is true. So any of the propositional variable is true. Condition is true. So here we have false and true. So condition is true. And if any of the variable condition is true means it is true. So both the conditions are false means it is also false. So this is your truth values for disjunction. So this is called as truth values for variable A and B, that is A disjunction B. So this is the truth values. So you have to write it in your exams. So you can expect this question for 4 marks. What is disjunction? And write the truth values for disjunction. So you can write this truth value and definition and operator symbol. So this is about your OR operator. That means if your statement is true means at least any of the propositional variable A or B is true. Then only all the conditions are true in OR operator. And the second one we have AND operator. AND is called as conjunction. So disjunction means it is OR. The symbol is A or B. This is disjunction. And means it is conjunction. So symbol is A and B. Keep in mind, don't forget this concept. AND operator is conjunction, OR operator is disjunction. So what is this AND operator or disjunction statement? Any two propositions can be combined by the word AND. So this AND is called as connectives. AND is connectives. So for getting the one statement, we are combining the two statements called A and B. So in between we are using the operator called AND operator. This is called as connectives. So in example, in OR operator we have used two variables. So in between we have used OR operator, right? So this is called as connectives. So in AND operator we are using this connectives. So what is the definition of conjunction? Any two propositions can be combined by the word AND to form compound proposition called conjunction. So here we are using two statements for getting the one statement, but here we are using AND connectives, AND operator. So this is your symbol for representing AND operator or conjunction statement. So here we have truth values. We have 4 possibilities: true, 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 false, false, true, false and false. In conjunction statement, if any of the one statement is false, so the condition also false. So here we have true and false. So one condition is false, right? So condition is false. any of the one condition is false means the statement also false. So here we have false and false. So condition also false. So here we have true and true. So condition also true. So this is your truth values for and operator, that is conjunction statement. You can observe for, so in disjunction if any of the proposition variable is true, so condition also true. In conjunction statement if any of the one statement is false, so condition also false. Clear? So this is your conjunction and disjunction statement. And the next statement we have negation statement called as not. So here we are using the not operator. So this negation you can also written as, this is your symbol for representing the negation, or you can use this symbol also. This is for negation. So in negation we are using not operator. So not operator means it's an inverter value. So here the negation of a proposition A written as A negation is false when A is true. So when A is true, so A negation is false, right? And it is true when A is false. So when A is true, so negation of this A is false. When A is false, the negation is true. So this is called as negation or not. So this condition is negation statement. So negation is very simple concept. If your statement is true, so A negation is false. If your statement is false, what is the negation of this statement? So it is true. Example for negation statement. Let the preposition P is denoted by negation P. And you can represent it by this symbol also. And P is prime number, then the negation of P is what? If P is prime number, P is a prime number, what is the negation of this P? So P is not, so P negation is, P is not a prime number. P is not a prime number. So this is your negation of that statement. Listen carefully. If your statement is, so P is a prime number, so this is your statement. So what is the negation of this statement? So P is not a prime number. That's it. So here, so if your condition is true, true means you can represent it by 1 and false means you can represent it by 0. If your condition is true, negation is false. If your condition is false, negation is true. So this is called as negation in compound proposition. So we have simple connectives, that is and or negation. And also we have if then and if and only if. So next statement we have implication. So it is represented by this symbol or if then. It is called as conditional statement. It is very important concept. It is also called as conditional statement. So if then statement is also called as conditional statement. So this is your representation of if then statement. So an implication A, B. So it is called as implication is a proposition if A then B. So you can represent it by this if A then B. It is false if A is true. If A is true and B is false. Listen carefully. If A is true and B is false, so it is a false condition. So in conditional statement, if your first condition is true and the second condition is true, so condition is true only. So A implies B is also true. And if your condition is false and true, so it is a true statement. And if your condition is false and false, so final condition also true. Except this first condition is true and the second condition is false, the statement is false. Except this statement, all the conditions are true in conditional statement. Example for conditional statement. Today is a holiday. Today is a holiday. So this is my first statement. So P is today is a holiday and the statement Q is the store is closed. The store is closed. So here I have two statements, first statement and second statement. So this is my first statement P and the second statement Q. So first statement is true. Today is a holiday. So if it is holiday means the store is closed. So it is true. So true and true, the statement also true. And today is a holiday, the statement is true. The store is not closed. Today is holiday means the store is not closed. So how it is possible? So it is a false statement, right? If it is not closed, it's a false statement. So true and false is false statement. So if today is a holiday means the store is also closed. If today is a holiday, the store is not closed means it is a false condition. And the next condition, false and true. Today is not a holiday. The next condition is today is not a holiday. The store is closed. So you can consider the statement is true. Today is not a holiday. It is true condition. And is not a holiday means the store is closed. It's not a holiday. Then also we can close the store, right? So it is a true condition. So false and true, it is a true. At last we have two statements, that is false and false. If today is a holiday, sometimes it's a false condition. So if it is false condition, so store is closed, it's also a false condition. So false and false will get true condition. These are the truth values for conditional statements. So conditional statement is called as implication. That is A implies B or A then B. If A then B. This is called as conditional statement. And the next statement is if and only if. So it is represented by this symbol or this one. This is called as biconditional statement. So biconditional logical connective. So it is a biconditional statement which is true when P and Q are same. When P and Q are same, it is a true statement. And both are false or both are true. So if it is both are false also, condition is true. So if both are true, the condition also true. And both are false, condition also true. If both are true, condition is true. If both are false, condition also true. Except these two conditions, other conditions are false in biconditional statement. So in biconditional statement, if your statement is true and true, the final statement also true. If your statement is false and false, the statement also true. And if your condition is true and false, statement is false. False and true, statement is false. So easily you can remember this. True, true means true. False, false means true. Otherwise, all others are false, false. This is called as biconditional statement. So it is very important while doing the problems. You have to remember this truth values also. Please practice all the problems. Easily you can score on this topic. It is very easiest concept in second unit. It is a mathematical logic. So I am explaining all the fundamentals of logic. So today you learned the definition of logic and proposition, and you learned simple statement and compound statement, and also I have discussed some connectives in compound propositions. So we have different connectives, that is or and, not, if and then, and if and only if. So these are the topics I have explained today. In my next session, I will discuss some other important concept on fundamental of logic. Thank you.